Welcome back. We have a clanger today. Do you like my little, first of all, I have a little trolley here. So these have always been a thing, but I've been seeing a lot of these like 24-hour reading challenges popping up. Must be something in the air. I thought it's the last day of September. It's September 30. I have not hit my TBR goal for the month, which is fine, but I thought let's try to pack in as much reading as I can before the end of the month, before October, because when spooky season comes around, don't speak to me, don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't message me, don't try to ring, phone on airplane mode, not leaving my house, don't even look at me. Do you know what I mean? I just want to like send off September. September's been such a great month for me, reading and life-wise. I just want to give it a good send-off. So we are going to, for the next 24 hours, try to read as much as we can. I don't know why I'm saying we when I'm clearly going to be carrying the team here. I'm going to do the heavy lifting and you're going to watch. I'm going to try to get through as much of this stack as possible. First option, the Concierge. You can't see this because the library, being such a hot new release, the library just had to let everyone know. Clearly it's a most wanted book, 1 week loan only. So that's another reason I need to get this finished today, because I'm pretty sure my 1 week was up 1 week ago. No, just kidding. I think low-key, today's the final day that I can have this. So we do need to finish this and send it back. That's so annoying. This is what the cover looks like, the Concierge. I saw this in a bookstore. Oh my God, where was I? Didn't know anything about it, but I was like, that cover. You know where there's some books where the cover is just so cute, like you just, like, I don't give a fuck what the story is about, like I just want to read it. That's this book for me. Luckily, it's interesting as well. Remember how I said I'm not giving ugly things a chance anymore? I meant it. Okay, listen to this. Oh my Lord. Okay, so I've started reading this. Bitch, listen. It is about this 73-year-old man. He works as a concierge at this hotel, the Cavern Green Hotel. It's a murder mystery, say less, which already, say less, say less. 73-year-old cute old man protagonist set in where? The Yorkshire Dales. He is recounting the story because there's been a murder. The hotel has just come under new management, right? From these Americans that have come in and they're all obnoxious and they're like staying at the hotel to suss it out for the first time. The old man, his name's Hector. Oh my God, what's his name? He has like the best name ever. Hang on. Hector Harrow. The whole premise is that he's like talking into a little dictaphone, and then he's got his friend Helen that works at a publishing company, and she's like transcribing what he says. The narrative style is so, it's everything. It's everything. It's this old man being like, he's like, oh, Helen, leave that in, or like, Helen, cut this part out. These new managers come in, they're staying at the hotel. There's a wedding the same weekend that they're staying. There's all these weirdo guests that are staying there as well this week. The guests are all pretty eccentric. Like they're all interesting. And he's basically like, I need to get this truth out there of what happened that night before all of these stupid ass guests try to release their stories to the public or the newspaper or whatever, trying to frame me for the murder. Yeah, we don't know who was murdered yet. I guess we'll find out as we go along. Apparently 2 people die in this book. Everything, yes. I haven't been this excited about a book in so long. I honestly think mysteries is that's just my shit. I'm in my element. I'm truly in my element. I knew when I saw this in the store it was love at first sight. So I'm already predicting it's gonna be 5 stars and I'm only this far through. But anyway, this is the first one on the list, okay? And I also thought it would be fun to try and solve the mystery like while I'm reading it. Then I have this book, The Secret Life of Flying, which I thought it was The Secret Life of Pilots, but what really happens when you travel by air. Do you guys remember that book? I read it a little while ago. I talked about it in my video. You Called an Ambulance for What? And that was like a book about basically the experiences of this guy who's a paramedic, and he tells stories about being a paramedic and like the type of people he encountered and like what it's like being a paramedic. This, and you know how I was like, give me some recommendations. Thank you everyone that gave me some recommendations for other books like this, but this is another one of those type of books. Captain Jeremy Burfoot. My mum read this one too. Hopefully I can find more and then I can make like a video recommending books about like different careers, because that would be sick. Yeah, how does a plane stay up in the air? Does the Mile High Club actually exist? When you flush the toilet, where does it all go? All the important questions. He's a pilot with more than 35 years of experience. Oh, he used to fly for Qantas. He basically just spills the tea on all the like juicy pilot drama, flight attendant drama, and like, oh my God, yes. I'm so excited. Then we also have this. Okay, listen. Bill Bryson, The Lost Continent, travels in small town America. My mum just finished this. She's lent it to me. I think it'll be interesting. I actually want to do one of these type of like road trips through America, like through all of the small towns. I reckon that would be so fun. It's a possibility. I'm not like dead set on reading this, but we'll see how we go if we get to that. It's not the priority. Would I do a timer? Yeah, I would do a timer, wouldn't I? 23 hours, 59 minutes. And we're off. Okay, let's begin. All right, Wait. I need to get my Nancy Drew on, guys. I'm whipping these bad boys out. Okay. The concierge. We have our main character, Hector. We have the employees. We've got Fiona. We have Mr. Potts. He's the hotel manager. And who else is on the staff? No one. Roseanne. Who's Roseanne? Okay, we have Roseanne. She must work there as well. We have the new owners, the Americans. Yanks, in brackets. We have American Dave. Possible motive for Hector in case he's an unreliable narrator and he low-key is the killer. The fact that the Americans are going to come in and replace his job. His potential redundancy. I mean, like, considering the fact that they're about to replace his job with an iPad and he's 73 and he's worked there his whole life, 50 years. Motive. You kill the American off. Who's gonna buy the hotel now? Okay, so their check-in days are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And you have to stay a minimum of 2 nights. And the murder happened on a Thursday. The murder happened on a Thursday, so if you're following, you'll have realized that we might have had some leftover guests from the Monday check-in, and we did have a few, but mostly they would have been Wednesday arrivals. Now, here we have the guests. Okay, I'm not gonna reel off the names of everyone present in the hotel, but I will describe the main players, those who are essential to the story. And that includes the victim, of course. So Monday is when all the Americans arrived, 4 of them. We've got American Dave, the guy that wants to buy the hotel. Already they're complaining as soon as they arrive. Loudmouth, good for nothing, obnoxiously sized cowboy hat. One gust of wind and that cowboy hat will be floating over the hills. Tanya is the other American business associate who, low-key, we've already found out, American Dave is screwing Tanya behind his wife's back. And then we have 2 others, Riley and Jackson. One of them's a social media person and the other one is their accountant. And he said they were both good for nothing. God knows where they were during all of this. Those 2 lingered in the background, clearly there for the show rather than their opinions. Nothing of importance, I think, with those 2. Then there was Sue and Martin Bainbridge, who are the parents of Olive, the young lady who is getting married this week. Olive, bride. Martin is the stepfather, Sue is her mother. And then we have the groom, Patrick, and then his best men, Ray and Jamil, who are described as assholes. The groom is apparently fine, but like his friends are just rowdy trash. Patrick seemed like a decent man. He was mostly polite, softly spoken. His groomsmen, on the other hand, abrasive, out of place. Public school education, that much was obvious. Damn, I really just got called trash by this. Oh. Fuck me with the public school. Oh my god, that's so funny. Nevertheless, I treat all guests equally. Well, clearly you don't. He's like, we have to get the povos out of here. This is too high class for these povos. Okay, then we have these 2 little bitches called Ruby and Oksana. Okay, they're twins. They're like, picture like Eastern European Instagram model with the fake like blow up doll lips. Pretty much look like me. Light brown hair, green eyes, little rich white girls. Arrived in a Mercedes-Benz and they're just rude as fuck. They have a makeup artist and a hairstylist with them. Plus their MUA and their hairstylist. Joe, the porter, he's another key player over here, I think. Ruby and Oksana, the twins, they're Olive's bridesmaids, and they're described as being absolute pains in the ass. Nasty, blessed with good looks but horrid personalities, mood. They made quite the impact when they entered the room, and if I hazard to guess, I'd say they were either Serbian or Croatian. Long, straight, light brown hair, blue eyes, puffy lips that did not look natural. He's so shady. At one point during their stay, I heard them giggling about how they were gonna upstage the bride on her wedding of all days. That's a fake friend. These little fake friends, oh my god. And they're just like decked out in designer stuff and they're just like demanding all this shit. We need a silk pillowcase. We need this certain brand of sparkling water, a dehumidifier for the room. Then we have a guy from Scotland called Alec McLean. He's a writer. He's like one of those like, oh, I've got writer's block, so I've come out to the countryside to stay in this hotel and like hopefully get some writing done. I believe his book will be published posthumously. Read into that what you will. He's gonna die. Okay, dead, I guess. Dead, question mark? Is he already dead? Well, spoiler. Fuck, we're only on page 21. 2 people die though, so there's another death. And lastly, a gentleman named Bruno Tatterson, who is honestly sounds like a fucking weirdo, no offense. Didn't have a suitcase, claiming he only intended to go from his room to the spa and back. Which, no offense, that is a red flag. That just gives off red flags straight away. And which he would wear the robe provided, right? And then to dinner, he would just wear the clothes he arrived in. Psychopath, question mark? Big question mark over this Bruno guy's name, because what the fuck do you mean? Packing light? I'm sorry, like I know men can pack light in general, but at that level, like at that extreme. Sorry, there's a body in the basement. Interesting, interesting. Why is he even there? He briefly mentioned recovering from a recent heartbreak. Don't know about that. The one that got away or the one that escaped? Interesting. Okay, so here's our players. Here are our key players. That's pretty much where we're at. And then a news reporter has just written some scandalous article. Her name's Paula McDavidson. She's an absolute hoe, works for the newspaper. And she writes this article after everything that comes out, and it's like concierge or con man. Then there's like the interview that Ruby and Oksana put out. The photo says they're the daughters of a millionaire property investor. They live in a 5 million pound house in Chelsea, London. And then they put how much Hector's house is worth, which is, he's like, I'm not sure how that's relevant to the story. Like, what are you trying to say? That I'm povo trash. We all know if anyone's gonna commit a crime, it's gonna be some povo. Daughters of property investor Roman Faranucha. So basically they've just come out with this story, and it's like, oh, the twins witnessed the murder, the brutal murder of, and he goes, witnessed my ass. Not a single person in that hotel witnessed anything. The only people who saw the dead body were me, the police, and the murderer. They might have seen the body bag as it was wheeled out of the hotel, but I doubt it. I think I was the only one awake for that. So that's where we're at. Okay, so the twins don't die. So it must be, I was thinking it might have been one of the twins, but I'm guessing it's Alec McLean who dies, obviously. And then, see, I want to say like the obvious choice would be the hotel owner, Mr. American Dave. They're all talking about his motive for the murder, which would be, oh, he was going to be out of a job and the guy was rude to him and everything. So there's the murder motive from Hector, because they're obviously trying to frame Hector. So that's my guess, American Dave, and then that Alec McLean guy dies. Okay, and then as for who I think is suspicious, probably gonna be someone so out of the blue, like so wild, like Fiona or something. I reckon it will be someone that works at the hotel and not one of the guests. I think the guests will just be like collateral damage, and then like the actual murder is someone random like Fiona or like Mr. Potts or something, who like seems so straight. Or either Tanya, oh my god, Tanya, because she'll be like, American Dave, like, leave your wife and be with me. And he's like, no, bitch. And then she's like, I'm not destined to be a side hoe, like, I want to be the main hoe. And then she kills him. Or it'll be the wife rocks up to the hotel, finds out about Tanya and his affair, and then kills American Dave, and then blames it on Hector. But that's also assuming that American Dave is the one that dies. So we need to just keep reading. But we've laid the groundwork. We've laid the groundwork out, okay? Let's continue. Excuse the lighting. It literally just went from like sunny to just like the entire sky is white with clouds, and it's raining. Melbourne weather. Oh man, it's raining. It's raining so bad. Oh, it's such the vibe. Oh, it's such the vibe with the rain. Sorry for the lighting, but like this is a vibe. Medium interesting stuff has happened. It's mostly just like him talking about like, it's like flipping back in time, where American Dave has pulled up to my place asking me if I want to be in his documentary. He offered me $2 grand to be in his documentary, which he's like, what a piss offer. You know, which, you know what that says to us? American Dave didn't die. So there goes my theory. Okay, update theory. Who dies? One of the twins. Oh no, the twins are alive. Mr. Potts, the manager. Mr. Potts dead. So basically he's describing like the day before the murder. You know, the wedding guests all arrived. The wedding was boring. They didn't tell us anything about it. There was this one little kerfuffle on the staircase. I don't understand why the twins are being rude to Hector. Like, I guess we'll figure it out sooner or later, but like, they're being rude straight out the gate, which doesn't make sense because he hasn't done anything. Maybe it was the twins. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe it was the twins because like one of them did it, and like they can be in two places at once because they look the same. Yo, my laundry's outside. How the hell does it go from sunshine to that? Don't move to Melbourne. Don't come to Melbourne. The only thing to do here is leave. They're having dinner at Lavender Plates, which is the name of the restaurant at the Cabin Green Hotel. So it's like people are having lunch down there. This is the day of the murder, by the way. Hector gets buzzed up to room 7 and he's like found the body, right? I could see their face. Their eyes were half open, drooped. Their expression was vacant, not peaceful. Who is it? It's raining like a bitch. That's insane. Sorry. It is like raining horizontal right now. I'm not even joking. This is such a vibe right now. We're about to find out who the murderer is. It's like pissing down with rain. There's like a whole commotion in the restaurant. He's like fumbled in, can't speak, a mess. Who's the murder is the best I could do. Okay, come on now. American Dave and Tanya like storm into the kitchen, and Potts is like, get out of here. Mr. Potts said you're in an area for staff only, and American Dave did not appreciate that. He edged around Mr. Potts to get a better view of me. Has the old man got dementia, he asked. Oh, sorry, he's got a Texas accent. Do you know where you are? I'm sorry, but I'm dying of this American Dave character. Like this, he's like some yeehaw, like, I could still see the yank craning his neck and bobbing up and down to catch a glimpse of me. Is yank an offensive term? Or is it like palm and skip? I don't think it's offensive, is it? A murder, oh, just tell me who it is. Who died? Oh my God, tell me who died right now. Sweet 7, Bruno. Okay, so we found out who died, okay? And I'm let down. First of all, I'm let down because they literally decided to kill the most boring person. Oh, I guess you would kill the most boring person because then all the suspects are juicy, you know? American Dave sprang into action shouting, block the exits. There has been a murder. Everybody must stay seated until the police arrive. Stop causing a scene, you American fool. Nothing I love more than like a posh English person and like a redneck American people coming up head to head. There is nothing I love more, genuinely, than those like hee-haw, howdy-hoo ass accents. Like American Dave's addressing the whole room being like, don't worry everybody, the police are being called, and like all these English people are just ignoring him. Like, they don't give two shits. That like English people, so unbothered. They don't give two shits. Someone died in the hotel. Oh, sorry, I don't give a shit. My afternoon tea is getting cold. Okay, oh, the police roll up. Okay, we have a detective on the case. Detective Arjun Raj. His manner was threatening and aggressive. He was not the kind of bloke you wanted to help. All right. Okay, no offense. Hector's like low-key rude. Early 40s, he had a pic of 2 kids hanging from his car keys in little frames. Not to be rude, but I can't imagine him being a particularly loving father. In fact, I would bet money that his kids fear him, much like I feared my father when he was alive. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3. So this guy like taps his head 3 times every time he talks about his father. He's clearly got like OCD. Okay, he's being interrogated. Off the record. This detective sounds a little bit shady, not gonna lie. They're locking everyone in the hotel. They're not allowed to leave, but it's like so inhumane. I feel like I have to sleep on the ground in the library and stuff. I don't like this detective. He seems like a prick. Okay, this is actually shit because they're singling him out because of his OCD, which is like such unfair discrimination because they're like, oh, he's acting all weird. First of all, the man's traumatized. Second of all, he has OCD, and they're trying to like use that as an easy scapegoat. This dickhead cop is just clearly trying to get his like career defining catch. He's just trying to like strong arm this old man into confessing to something he didn't do. It's like they're trying to frame him. Wait. Unless the twins, oh my God, unless the twin girls did kill him and then the millionaire dad is trying to like pay off the cops, like the local police, to like frame someone else in the hotel, and because the girls don't like the old man for some reason, they're like, frame him. Theory, updated theory everyone. Twins murderer, $ daddy paying cops, question mark. Theory number 1. Okay, it's a little too much with these flashbacks to his dad, I'm not gonna lie. Interrogation. Right, he's being interrogated still. He's been interrogating him for like 5 days. This officer called Tyrone that jumps in. Tyrone was particularly unfriendly. He had a scowl like one of those ferocious dogs that are illegal in the UK. He looked like a right thug with that shaved head. And I caught a glimpse of a neck tattoo poking out of his collar. I've never understood why someone would want to doodle permanent drawings on their skin. Not that I judge anyone for doing so. Hector is like the most hating ass old man I've ever met in my life. Does this guy hate me or something? Like, what's going on? This man has called me trash in about 5 different ways, and we're only 90 pages in. Sorry for being alive at this point. I'm over it. You know what? Send him to the gulag. I don't care. Frame him, put him away. See you later, knobheads. This interrogation with Detective Raj is such a setup, all off the record, and he's asking him all these like inflammatory things. The detective's like, all right, we need to separate everyone, like take Hector out to the shed. The shed? This is like the other detective. The shed? I heard there's a free room upstairs. I'll just take him up there. Detective Raj goes, I need that room. Fred's like, perhaps back to Hugo's then? No. His friends are still in there. I don't want them setting him up with the stories. The shed is the only place where I can be sure that Hector will be isolated. And Fred's like, we can keep him in the hotel. Like, I'll make sure no one talks to him. And Detective Raj is like, no, that's too risky. Fred's like, I'll take him down to the station. And Detective Raj is like, I can't be here and there at the same time. The shed is the best option. It'll just be for a few hours. You understand, don't you, Mr. Harrow? No, that's sus. Get him off the squad. Release the hounds on him. This is so inhumane, the way they're treating him. The way that they're treating him, and it doesn't even make sense. No, there has to be some other hidden motive. Like subjecting him to this treatment in order to get a forced confession out of him. Because they've put him in this garden shed and he's like there overnight, freezing. This guy's 73. No, it had to be the twins and their father paying off the cops. Because why? What? Why would the police just like pick? Why the 73-year-old man? Like, are you joking? There are those rowdy groomsmen. There's that drunken rider. That rider has been stumbling around the hotel drunk the entire time. Does no one think to question him? He went missing. This detective, the detective's the murderer. Fiona's come over to Hector's house for the recording, right? To like record the book that he's writing. Basically what happened while you were in interrogation, this is what happened. American Dave appeared in the hallway wearing his cowboy hat. Strutted down the corridor with his shoulders back and his feet seemingly too far ahead of the rest of his body. Like a rooster. I'm gonna cry. Like a rooster, she said. He's like bragging about how there's no policeman following him. He's been given full access to the hotel and no longer had to be escorted around because he had a solid alibi for the time of the murder. He was in the plunge pool with Tanya. Okay, he was cheating. He was out cheating. Dude, one of the guests is literally stumbling around a drunk mess and they're not pulling him in for question. Why are you worried about the old man? You got these two groomsmen, high as kites, flushed all their drugs down the toilet because they were like, oh, the cops are gonna bust us. And then they lied to the police about it. Mr. Potts just acting all like quiet and weird and withdrawn. But no, let's waste all of our time interrogating the life out of this 73-year-old man. I feel like these could be red herrings though, especially Mr. Potts. That, you know what, smelling like red herring. Think about it. Oh, the hotel manager's acting all quiet and weird in the corner. Please, this is not my first rodeo. Especially Alec, actually. Nah, red herrings, a lot of them. Lucky I have low blood pressure because otherwise I literally couldn't read anymore. I couldn't have reading as a hobby. I get too invested. Keep in mind, this is all from Fiona's perspective because Fiona's the one that's telling Hector all of this because Hector wasn't there. Again, if it's Fiona, some of this could just be straight up lies. Misleading, you know? We have to think of every option here. Fiona, possible, conniving, lying, suspect. I trust no one. Raj has now taken Hector into the gym. He wants the hotel staff to help move sandbags from the gym. Those things are packed with 90 or even 100 kilos of weight. Why are you asking a 73-year-old to do this? Like, what is wrong with this detective? Come on then, move it from here to over there. What is going on? This hotel is turning into some sort of prisoner of war camp. I leant my good hip against it to try and shift it with my body weight. The good hip. No, don't push it, drag it, the detective ordered. The rest of the staff are going to join after to like move sandbags around, but he's the only one in there. Hector's the only one. He's just making this old man move sandbags around. Like, why? Oh, wait. What if this is like a sneaky test? That's, oh my God, yeah, because the guy must have weighed like 90 kgs. So he's trying to see if he's strong enough to drag him because the body was dragged. Because the blood stain. He's trying to see if the old man is even capable of dragging the body. Imagine Detective Raj is like on his side the whole time, like low-key trying to help prove that it wasn't him. Actually, no. Why would he put him in the shed? Nah. Too much doesn't add up still. Nah, too much has happened of him being a jackass to like make that even remotely feasible. And he can't do it. So, sorry. Can't lift sandbag. He cracked it. He cracked a hip. No fucking way. My dodgy hip cracked. I could feel the heat rush through it. It was like a forest fire. The pain was... My hands clasped my hip as if it was crumbling apart. Oh my God. No, wait, no, that's sad. Wait, no, that's sad. I begged Raj to call an ambulance. Take him upstairs, suite 2 is free. Nah, absolutely. Are you joking? It hurts, I rasped through gritted teeth. No, you know what? Low-key funny, but like... No, that's so fucked up. Where is the justice in this book? Okay, low-key, my theory proved correct. They were trying to drag him to check if he was 90 kilos. I told you, I'm too big brain for this book. We're on page 100. Do I take a break? Wait, Mr. Potts like bursts into the room that Hector's being held in. Off his head, smelling like whiskey and peanuts. Okay, what? Okay, Mr. Potts did it. Mr. Potts looking sus as fuck. Where are we? This book is gonna send me to an early grave. Okay. Mr. Potts is still drinking. We know that Eric. Eric? Who's Eric? We know that Eric, the night porter. Who's Eric? Eric, you're on the suspect list. Nah, wasn't he killed in the daytime? He was killed in the daytime. Eric, you're off the suspect list. I'm not getting any closer to solving this stupid mystery. It could be anyone. No CCTV footage on the terrace doors. That's how the murderer got in undetected. Yeah, okay, I kind of love Fiona. Fiona's characters, they asked Fiona to like put some black ink on her finger and like get her fingerprints, and this is what she did. Fiona said she instead smeared a penis and testicles. Needless to say, that did not go down well with the detective. Iconic from Fiona. Oh, they've all turned against him. Why are people mean to old people? I mean, actually, no, fuck this old man, because he's been mean to me this whole book. Can't we just arrest that drunk Stephen King wannabe and just be done? Look, he's literally sitting there in the corner talking about how drunk he is and how he can't remember anything that's happened in the last 24 hours. The killer is literally sitting right here. What? Alec died. Alec just died 3 pages later. Oh yeah, of course. Remember how he's like the Scottish writer Alec MacLean? He's gonna publish his book posthumously. I actually wrote down Alec was gonna die, remember? Like, can't we just hurry up and arrest this creepy Mr. Potts freak and be done? Like, hello, the killer is sitting right here. Okay, like, no offense, boring. Out of all the characters we've been introduced to, those two are literally the least juicy characters to get killed off and have involved in the murder. The least 2 juicy deaths. Kill the bride or something. Kill the twin. Kill one twin killed the other twin, and then blamed it on, like, the bride killed the groom killed the bride, like, and they're not even related deaths. So it's like, hello, like, not even a serial killer. You couldn't even throw a serial killer vibe in here. Like, no. Heart attack. Boring. Brought on by stress. Come on now. Please, Abby Corson, give me something. Like, give me something scandalous. Like, I was thinking, like, okay, one twin hooks up with the groom and then the bride kills the twin in revenge, thinking it was the right twin, but then it was the wrong twin, and like nobody knew the difference and it was all cooked. Give me something to fucking cut my teeth on. Like, what is this? Died from a heart attack from stress? Like, I'm not saying I'm let down. I'm just saying, if I was the author, all of you would have gone into cardiac arrest over a twist I would have spun on you. American Dave strolls in with his arm around his mistress and he's like, he sees everyone's sad faces and he's like, who died? And then Patrick's like, Alec died. And he's like, he looks at the body, he sees the body on the floor and he's like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on here, y'all? Oh, hang on. Hang on. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Nobody can know, Olive said. They're in the hallway, her and her mum. Hector's like overhearing it. Nobody can know, Olive said in a shouted whisper. Just tell me the truth, Olive, the mother replied. I can help you. I didn't. Oh, the thunder is really adding. Oh, the thunder is really putting the mayo on it now. I can help you. Like, I didn't do it, mother. You know it doesn't look good though, don't you? Yes, mother. I know exactly how it looks. Let me help you, Olive. I don't need help. I told you it wasn't me. Interesting. Well, it wouldn't have been her, because wouldn't you admit it to your mum? If I killed someone, not that I ever will, but if I killed someone, I would tell my mom. That's a red herring for sure, because in that moment, if they didn't think that anyone was overhearing them, she would have confessed to her mum saying it was her. So, I mean, it's bringing the vibes, like, okay, shit myself. If it starts thundering, we're gone. Oh yeah, Hector found Alec's laptop. He's told Mr. Potts, being like, I found Alec's laptop. It might have a clue. They're trying to get, oh Lord. They're trying to get into the laptop, guessing the password. He's like shocked that there's a password on it. Sir, are you living in the same oh wait, no, he's old. I was about to be mean. Oh, that's actually sweet. They're not gonna tell Detective Raj just yet. Fuck that guy, honestly, no offense. Full offense, actually. Mr. Potts and I sat in front of the laptop for an hour typing potential passwords. Alec, incorrect. Scotland, incorrect. Celtic, Rangers, Author, password 123, incorrect. Doesn't this man have kids? Do the kids' names? Duh. If there's anyone middle-aged watching this video, change your damn password, okay? Because we all know, I'm a stranger on the internet and even I know that your password is your children's names. Okay? Okay, the rain ambience is back. What is going on with today? It was sunny before. It was blue skies before. Mr. Potts doesn't seem like he gives a shit about trying to help. He doesn't care about finding the killer because he already knows who the killer is. He knows it was him. The book literally says he was fighting demons. He was too consumed by whatever demons he was fighting in his head. I want to know what's going on with Mr. Potts. American Dave has rocked up with a camera crew. Fiona's there as well. Fiona here tells me you're writing a book. You're writing a book? Well, fancy that. Fiona told American Dave that Hector's writing this book. Fiona snitched. Pack your things, Fiona, you're fucking done. Fiona and Hector are at the hotel. Like, Hector's come after the fact. Like, this is after they've renamed the hotel to the Lavender. American Dave has his camera crew hanging around the hotel. They're like filming the documentary. He kicked me out. Can you believe it? He kicked me out. That Yankee Doodle sod. That Yankee Doodle sod booted me out of Cabin Green. I'm recording this from my car. That Yankee Doodle sod is so... Oh, fuck. This guy, this old man is like on fire with the insults. I have never seen an old man blaze through people that hard. Lifelong ban. Lifelong ban. Oh, and they're filming him while he's sitting in his car. Sod. Go back to America, why don't you? Swine. I can't believe this is the last time I'll be driving down this driveway. My last time seeing these gates. Oh, I feel kind of bad. Oh my god. Low-key, that's kind of sad. Imagine working somewhere for 50 years of your life and then someone comes in, buys a hotel, is an asshole, swinging their big fat like cowboy hat around, and then you get banned. Lifetime ban from the place that you spent a lifetime working for. They're back in the this is back in the story. They can see these like news vans because word's gotten out that they're all being held hostage in this hotel. The news van is trying to get attention from the staff inside, and so they're like, he wanted videos of the detectives, recordings and conversations and pictures of the crime scene, and they're offering them money. Even hearing the offer made me feel filthy. Not in this lifetime would I ever be someone's rat. Hector, low-key, Hector's a fucking gangster. Mr. Potts, on the other hand, sweat dripped from Mr. Potts's forehead as he grappled with the decision to be a rat. Bitch, it literally says to be a rat or not to be a rat. Yeah. Yo, this book is so funny. This book is so funny, dude. Oh, the murder weapon, they found it. What's the murder? Like, shut up. No offense. Move on. Hurry up. Helen, we don't give a fuck about Helen's life. Hector's like telling her about how he had an affair with this Spanish gardener in the 70s when he was working at the Cabin Green. I've been single for 73 years. I've been single for 73 years, so believe you me, I have got some stories. Sorry, that's actually the best. Okay, come on now. Where's the murder weapon? Let's pack it up. Yo, I need some water. Honestly, this book is killing me. I want to take a break, but I also don't. Knife. Okay, they found a pair of women's boots in the maze along with the murder weapon. Okay, that rules out all the men. Had to be a woman. And the footprints and stuff, they're measuring everyone's feet to rule out who... Okay, so it was a girl. Okay, that rules out all the men. Where's our list? It's not Mr. Potts. It's not American Dave. It's not Joe the Porter. It's not Hector. Not Jackson. Not American Dave. It's not Patrick the groom. It's not Martin the stepdad. It's not Ray and Jamil the groomsmen. It's obviously not Alec and Bruno. They're dead. Okay, here's our list. Fiona, Roseanne, Tanya, Sue, Olive, Ruby and Oksana. Oh wait. Oh no, I wouldn't be. The makeup artist and the hairstylist. They're irrelevant. I've literally never heard of them. Okay, they're off the list. Bye. Sue and Olive are looking sus. Tanya has no motive. Sue and Olive or Fiona. Sue and her daughter Olive. Ruby and Oksana the twins or Fiona. I'm scrubbing off Tanya. I'm sorry. I don't think she's involved. I feel like the twins are just a stupid red herring. I feel like they've got nothing to do with anything. Because it's been made such a deal that like, oh, they hate Hector and they're trying to blame it on him and stuff. But I feel like they're a red herring. They give huge red herring energy. I feel like it's either the mother, the daughter or Fiona as a wild card. So we're down to 3 suspects now. Okay. Lock in. Eavesdropping Olive. Her and her husband were arguing. What the fuck, Olive? Patrick shouted at his bride. You've made things so much worse. We could have just explained what happened and it would have been fine. Now you look guilty? Keep your voice down, Olive yelled. I panicked. I had to get rid of it. You know I had to do it for Mum. Hold on. It's obviously not Fiona. So it's either Olive or the mum. I had to do it for mum. So the mum is the killer. Olive hid the murder weapon. She's got black makeup smeared down her cheeks. Her eyes are all red. She's been crying. Hold on. The suite was unusually tidy, I noticed, like housekeeping had been, except the hotel was not offering this service at the time, which means they would have deep cleaned that bitch. See, gotta pay attention to the little details. I returned to my suite to find Potts in the bathtub, slurping down more wine, overfilled. Potts is fucking acting like he's the one that saw the body. Like he's the one that found the body and he's all traumatized. Like, hello? Get your shit together, man. It was one of those two. It had to be. Ooh, this line goes kind of hard. They're sitting somewhere in the hallway drinking. I noticed the shadowy outline of a cowboy hat in the back corner of the bar. He uttered a soft, howdy. You know, American Dave began, I kind of hoped you were the murderer. It would have made you more exciting. Sorry to disappoint. But now I bet you're gonna come out of this looking like the hero, and who am I to you? The big bad American villain who cheats on his wife and doesn't care. I was no hero, and he was no villain. I was just a man who tried to do good things, and he was just a man who didn't care if he did bad things. That line, guys. You know, Hector, I'm not really a cowboy. I'm a cow man. You better stay out of my fucking way. No, stop. I'm a cow man. Yeah. No, I need to put the book down. We're back. We're gonna finish this. The sun is going down. We're so close. This video is probably so long just from this book alone. They're still trying to figure out what this guy's password is. Alex's children's names, Joseph and Haley. Of course, it felt like the key. That for real should have been the first guess, I'm sorry. They tried Joseph, denied. Then they tried Haley, denied. And then they tried Joseph Haley, and then it let them in. Oh my god. Put me in the book. Not to like brown nose myself, but put me in the book. Put me in the book, okay? It'd be solved like that. Come on, people. It took three people and a full notebook and about 100 failed attempts before they did Joseph Haley. He's written a whole paragraph about the bride and the mother having an argument in the garden. It was an exchange between the two women about an affair that one of them was having. It wasn't clear who was the guilty party. However, at one point the bride said, "He'd better not spoil my wedding." And the mother replied, "Don't worry, darling, I won't let him." In the scene, Alec recounted the mother decided to go and speak to the man to persuade him not to reveal the affair. She argued with her daughter on whether that was the right thing to do. Okay, we can narrow it down to two people. Like I said, the mother and the bride. One of them was having an affair with Bruno, and one of them committed the murder to prevent him from ruining the wedding. The scene ended there. Mr. Potts bought another drink. Bruno was killed because he was going to expose an affair. Well, Bruno's old, so wouldn't it have been the mum? Well, he would have had the affair with Sue, because Bruno's like, what, 60? Wait, no, wait, what? Hold up. Wait. Okay, wait, no, immediately back to Mr. Potts. The killer is Potts. They're looking at a news article from the Yorkshire Sun, the online version. And they said Mr. Potts leant over and hit a button that refreshed the page. And then a new selection of articles popped up. And then at this, Mr. Potts immediately panicked and suddenly slammed the lid down of the laptop. There was something on there that Mr. Potts didn't want us to see. He's the murderer? What's going on? Give it here, you silly man. Potts dodged from side to side. As Fiona snatched the laptop, she was able to grab it, but it was a tug of war. They basically just ripped that shit out of his hands and like went straight into the bathroom and locked themselves inside. There was a video. It was a video of my exchange with Detective Raj from only a couple hours earlier. It was clearly filmed by someone who didn't want to get caught, someone sitting right next to me, and that person could have only been Mr. Potts, also known as the man who sold out his friend for a bit of fast money. Mr. Potts! Are you joking? What a little rat. Oh my god, to be a rat or not to be a rat. He was so dead set on being a rat. There's no point in hanging on to ill feelings. I'm not like that. Mr. Potts did what he felt like he had to do in that moment for reasons I won't understand. But just because you don't understand someone's actions doesn't make them wrong. Personally, I'm not motivated by money, but then again, I only have myself to spend it on. Oh, it's game over, Potts. I felt sick to my stomach. Potts had been my comrade throughout the whole ordeal. I trusted him. We all knew Potts was not right. I feel like I've been stabbed in the heart. I feel like devastated, heartbroken and betrayed. Like I never liked Potts. You know I never liked Potts, but still. That's actually insane. I can't believe he did that. I would never, even Fiona's like, I would have never done that. Oh my God, now they're all fighting over the video. You made it look like I'm the murderer, blah, blah, blah. Huh? Oh, it's all going down. It's all going down in the hallway. Everyone's fighting everyone. Oh my God, Posh People Gone Wild. The video is titled Posh People Gone Wild after the Cabin Green Hotel murder. I literally can't deal with this book. Posh People Gone Wild is one of the best. Top 3 quotes. Up there with Cowman. We're about to find out. Okay, we're about to find out. Okay, final theory time. It was the mum. Had to be the mum. Sorry. Or it's Olive. But that means Olive would have had to have gotten with that nasty old man and like... So I don't think so. I think it would have been the mum. The detectives come out and arrested Olive. Olive screaming, saying she didn't do it. Patrick had to be held back by his groomsmen. There was no rescuing her. She went for it. Wait, her mother shouted. It was me. I killed him. I'm sorry. And then Olive's like, Mum, no. Do you reckon it was the mum or do you reckon she just took the fall? I'm rattled. I'm rattled, I'm rattled. I'm shaken. I'm shaken and I'm stirred. So there you have it. Sue killed Bruno. I wonder how many of you guessed that. Me, bitch. Come on, correct theory, let's go. Why would Sue kill Bruno? Oh, because she was having an affair. What kind of motive is that though? Oh, because he showed up at her daughter's wedding and he was going to ruin her daughter's wedding. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense, yeah? Not to kill the guy, but like, we've had this affair, you're going to show up and like, of all the ways to show up and expose it, you're going to do it at my daughter's wedding and ruin her day. Like, the math is mathing a little bit. Wait a second. The police are driving away, like Sue's there in the window, being like taken away with a sad face. And like Olive and Patrick are sitting there like watching her mum be driven away in the police car. American Dave yelled, "Yeehaw!" as he tossed his hat up in the air. He just goes, classless. I love this. I love this hick. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Oh my gosh, that's so fun. That's actually the best. Sue's been in prison for a couple months now. And she pleaded not guilty to murder. Come on, Sue. Okay, no offense, Sue, but come on. The jig is up, babe. Time to go. It's over, honey. Like, you said it was me. Oh, but she could have fake confessed to save her daughter. We still have this much left. Fake confession to save her daughter. Our mother would do that. Not to be a bitch, but this court case is really boring. American Dave was told to remove his cowboy hat or he would not be permitted in the courtroom. He huffed and puffed and eventually snapped. He took a seat directly behind me and he leans forward to whisper, "Howdy," over my right shoulder. He's so iconic. I love this cowboy guy. Okay, Hector's on trial now. Why are you going off script of what your lawyer said to you? I remember the gist. Ah, okay, the gist. The defense lawyer turned and smirked at the jury. No further questions, Your Honor. Hector! You're ruining everything. You had one job. Oh my gosh, you were given a script. I can't keep defending you, Hector. I'm sorry, you're doing it to yourself. I feel deflated like I've just played the part of the unreliable old witness. Well, why didn't you stay with what you were told to say? Like, oh my god. Hector, you had one bloody job. Oh my god, I can't deal with this old man. Frick. Okay. Concierge flop era. Now he's been banned out of the courtroom because he pulled out his recording device in the mid. Oh my god. Hector. Hector. He's 73. He's 73. He's 73. He doesn't understand. He's also a fictional character and not real. Just wrap up the story. Just end the story already, okay? I'm done. Potts said he didn't want to be recorded. That is a bit bloody rich coming from him. Oh my gosh. Mr. Potts said he saw Olive lurking around the back of the courthouse with her husband yesterday and they were arguing, and Mr. Potts claims that he heard Patrick say, "You hid the murder weapon. I'm not going to be there with you and pretending that we're not involved." Helen interrupted and said she thinks it's very likely that Olive killed Bruno because she was the one having the affair. And then her mother felt the need to confess and protect her daughter from a lifetime of prison. It makes sense. Why would Bruno be at the Cabin Green on Olive's wedding day when he was having an affair with her mother? He must have been there to stop the wedding. He's like 60. Yeah, that's fucking wild. That guy is like a good 40 years older than her, so I really don't know about that. Oh my god, why is the court case still going on? We don't care. Oh my god, just pack it up. I'm over it now. I'm actually done. Oh, okay. They've invited Olive over and he's going to get her to confess to the murder on tape. But he needs to tell Olive that he's recording her, otherwise it can't be used as evidence. It will be thrown out if she's not aware that she's being recorded. Fiona told me to say, I'm recording you, is that okay? But to make it sound like a silly joke in a reference to the fact that he got caught recording in the court just before. Oh, that's smart actually. That's actually smart. That could work. Just wanted to let you know I'm recording this conversation. Is that okay? Sure. Oh, I get it. After what happened in the courtroom. Haha. Not my finest moment. Why am I here, Hector? I need to tell you some information that I think I actually will free your mother. That you killed Bruno. Straight out, just straight out. Not this again. I thought you had something concrete to help prove my mother's innocent. I do. Well, what evidence do you have then? Your guilt is my evidence. It's time to tell the truth, Olive. Olive, sniffling. You won't understand. I don't need to understand. Acting is clearly my calling. You can't let her take the fall for your wrongdoing. It's not right. I know. Well, okay, but try not to judge me. It all started 5 years ago. Bruno was one of my professors at university. Despite the age gap, we struck up a friendship over our mutual passion for classical poetry. Oh, there's a whole life story up in here. Okay. He's 60. I was well aware that Bruno was seeing someone at the time, a woman named Deborah. At the time I was single. Oh, okay, so she wasn't cheating on Patrick. I put pressure on Bruno to leave Deborah for me. He questioned our age gap being some 40 years older. Bruno told me he would never give me children and he feared one day that I would tire of him and meet someone else. And I did. Patrick, obviously. Okay. Slay, girl. Live your life. Not to judge, obviously. Not to judge. Peace, love, slay. Slay and support. You know what? The heart wants what it wants. Peace and love, peace and love. Unlike Hector, I'm not judgmental. Bruno was jealous. He tried to win me back. He told Deborah everything and he left her, but it was too late. I told him repeatedly it was over. Then we started meeting up in secret. Oh, so she did cheat. Every time it happened, I felt guilty, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to be with Patrick, blah, blah, blah. He's from a good family, blah, blah, blah. Okay, wow, that's actually just floored me. Right before my first dance with Patrick, I received a message from Bruno telling me he was at Cabin Green in Suite 7 and he wanted to see me. Ew, bitch. I replied asking him to wait, but he threatened that if I didn't go to him, he would crash the wedding. Oh my oh my ew, my ew. Ew. I'm not even going to tell you what went down. You can read the book if you really want to know. Oh, well, he got the confession out of her on recording. Why would she tell him all of that? That's crazy. Let's get this book published, out on the shelves, and then we can put the right woman behind bars where she belongs. The end. There's another chapter. Huh? Believe me, I can imagine how surprised you are to be here, but you see, I had to make it look convincing. The end of the book, that is. Helen sent the final draft to the publishers last week, but I'm afraid the book's not finished. It's one final conversation between him and then I guess it's over. Who cares at this point, right? Like, what? What? What are you talking about, you crazy old man? What is he talking about? There's no way you would have known that Except Olive didn't kill Bruno? What? Don't tell me. It is impossible that you could have known that. Only myself and the gardeners knew, but somehow you knew. Oh my, yo, I'm actually about to cry. I'm actually about to cry. I'm getting tears. No shot. I knew I'd recognized him. I thought he was a celebrity or something, but I realized who he was. I never forget a face. What about the conversation you had? She confessed to being the real murderer. That was staged. Fake. Are you joking? Are you? So you framed the bride. Oh my god. No, this is actually fucking insane. This is actually insane. I'm not even like, oh my, I'm not even overreacting because I'm being filmed. Like, genuinely, this is the most insane thing I've ever fucking, like, but she just let her friend take the fall for it? You're fucking joking. That's the end. were the clues? That has actually like completely cooked my brain. That's fucked me sideways. What is that? What is this? What even is this? I literally felt like I was gonna cry reading that. I'm not telling you what happened. Oh, read the book, bitch. Oh my God, read the book. That came out of oh my God, but it didn't come out of nowhere, but it did. Holy shit, 5 stars. Abby Corson, she lives in my city. Abby, please, please, I'm begging you. Please release more. Is this her first book? If you don't release another book, I'm actually gonna like spiral out of control. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. I'll never doubt you again. She's a genius. She's my new favorite author. Oh my God, I'm in love. I'm buying a copy of this now. Holy shit, I actually can't even believe that. How am I supposed to move on from, you know what? We've got 19 hours and 4 minutes left in this readathon, and now I have to read a book about a pilot. No offense, but like, I don't give a shit about you now. Like, how are you? I feel bad for you, sorry. It's gonna be really hard to top what I've just read, but that was so clever. I want to meet her. I'm a fan. I'm your biggest fan, Abby. Go and read The Concierge. I'm not going to tell you what happened. I'm going to cut out all of that because honestly, even after everything, even after the ride that we've been through and everything you've just been told watching this video, you're still not going to be ready for what the real plot twist was. What now? I don't want to do this readathon anymore. Okay, everyone. That has been a wild 5 hours. Genuinely. Let's move on. Let's move on to our next book. I'm gonna go make some dinner and then I'm gonna go jump off a cliff. Then I'm gonna go walk into the ocean with my clothes on and sandbags attached to my feet. And then if I survive that, we'll come back and we'll read this.